Hey guys, so this week is week 9, and the theme this week is your favorite book series or favorite movie or both. So I'm gonna talk about both, and it's actually only Thursday, but I'm going out tomorrow night after work all weekend, so I won't be online pretty much at all. So yeah. So my favorite book series has to be a tie between Harry Potter and Twilight. So let's start with Harry Potter. When I was in elementary school, in like 4th or 5th grade, Harry Potter came out, and I hated to read. Like, I only read because I had to for like book reports and such, and I hated it. So, in 5th grade, for like a half an hour every day after recess, my 5th grade teacher would read to us from a book, and she read us Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. And I fell in love with it. And then she didn't finish it during the school year, so of course I'm like, Mom, I need this book because I have to finish it. And then I needed, the 2nd, the 4th, the 5th, and so on and so forth. And that just, I don't know, it was like the book that I needed to turn me into a child, to turn me from a child that hated reading into a bookworm. So, I, read all the time through the rest of, middle school and high school. And then when college came around, I'd sort of slowed down in my reading. Obviously because I had to study for classes and such, and the only books that I read were textbooks. And I'm pretty sure that I maybe only read one textbook, read it. So yeah. And then my best friend, she kept telling me about this book called Twilight, and I'm like, well, she's like, you need to read this, you need to read this, you need to read this. And I'm like, well, what the heck is this book about, and why do I need to read it? And she's like, it's about vampires and, a human, and they fall in love, and you need to read it. And I'm like, alright, fine, I'll read it. So, I went to Walmart and bought the first book, and I started reading it. And I was, not even halfway through, and I'm, calling my mother at work, the next day, and I'm like, you have to bring me this book, the next one of these home. You have to go to Walmart after work, ASAP, and find this book and bring it home for me. And she's like, alright, so I was just hooked, and then when I was, almost finished with the second book, I called her again, and I'm like, I need this book, So, yeah, it was it did the same thing that Harry Potter did for me. It turned me into, it boosted my slump in reading, I suppose you could say. Yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say about it, really. I don't know, right after I read Twilight, I read all the time, and now I've sort of slowed down in reading, but I've had, a hectic couple of weeks and things, so yeah. So my favorite movie, obviously, because I like the Harry Potter series and the Twilight Saga, I like the Harry Potter movies and the Twilight Saga movies, but just, generally speaking, my favorite movie of, all time, you're probably gonna laugh at this, but it's The Wizard of Oz. And I don't know why, but I like musicals and, Broadway plays and such, and obviously they sing and dance and, break out into song in the middle of The Wizard of Oz. But I don't know how to explain why I like it. I could watch it 15 million times in a row and not get tired of seeing that movie. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later.